Now the time has come for Sumit to bust his mother's feelings wide open. Hey my beautiful peeps, if you're new here, my name is Char and welcome to Char TV. For my existing subscribers, I appreciate you coming on back. I'm so sorry that I haven't done a video in quite some time. I actually caught COVID, so I was just taking care of myself. I had no voice, so I couldn't record anyway. Like, it was a bit of a time. But I appreciate those of you that did reach out to me to check on me and wish me back to good health. Thank you so much. So we're just going to excuse how I look. I just didn't have the energy to really make myself look presentable, so it is what it is. And anyways, we're here to talk about the couples on Happily Ever After. Yes, I'll be doing a recap for season 7 of Happily Ever After, episode 1. It's called Suddenly Everything Changed. So if recaps are something that you like, definitely subscribe to my channel. We have a grand old time in the community tab too. I definitely make sure that you're entertained. And if you like my channel that much, you can feel free to send me a super thanks. That will be amazing and will help to improve my channel. And before I get into the recap, I do have to mention I had a hard time picking the couples, because those of you that know, I try to stick to the couples that, you know, people want to see and find interesting. And also that I will enjoy to recap, because if I'm not enjoying it, that's gonna translate through to my videos and I don't want that. You know, so I try and stick to, you know, maybe about 4 couples or so. Besides, ain't nobody got time to listen to a long, my recaps are already long. Nobody has time to listen to an hour freaking video talking about all the couples. Like, the way that, the style that I do my videos, that would take me forever. We ain't doing that. So now that that's out of the way, let's kick it off with Yara and Jovi. Now Yara and Jovi met on a travel app and he liked what he saw. They've been married for about 2 years now and they have a 17-month-old daughter named Mila, and she is just the cutest. Now when Yara moved to the US, she wasn't really a fan of her new environment and definitely didn't like Jovi's drinking. Now back then, Jovi used to complain a lot how Yara wasn't fun anymore. Now that she's a mother, she just wants to spend time with Mila. But now it seems that she's loosened up a bit because she's getting ready to go out with her friend. And she's leaving Jovi behind with Mila.
You think this is fair? You can just go out and do what you want and I get stuck at home with the baby all the time. I think that, you know, both of us should be doing the same thing.
You need to be able to finally find friends.
Look, I don't like these girls. I think they're influencing you in the wrong way. They stay out all night. They never go home. That's not the kind of people you want to hang out with.
My best friends stay in Ukraine, where you take me from. I want to talk to Mila. Soon I will talk like blah 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 like a baby already, because I have nobody to talk to.
My, how the tables have turned. Now Jovi does want to spend time with his family, and she does as well, but feels that she should also be able to hang out with her friends for a couple of hours. It shouldn't be a big deal. Now Yara does start to cry because I guess Jovi's kind of guilt tripping her and makes her feel like a crappy person for going out with her friends. He'd love to go out with her on a date and have some fun, but feels like they don't make time for one another. He actually said that if it weren't for Mila, they probably would have been divorced already. And if things don't change in the marriage, then it's going to fail. Moments later, Yara meets up with her friends and they're happy to see one another.
When I very first met Yara, the first time ever, we're at this dinner with like 6 women and Jovi was supposed to be babysitting Mila. He called a babysitter to come get Mila, his mom, and is like, I'm coming.
We do need to take a girls' vacation. I think it'd be fun to either go to Los Angeles or Miami and we go have a girls' night. You know? Yeah, I'm not sure if you really like that so much.
Yara said that Jovi would track her location all day long, and her friend Adele said, hold up, y'all share locations? And she said yes, that Jovi makes her. And if she's at a location too long, he'll question her about it. Now he's starting to sound like Jasmine. Yara's not sure why he has trust issues. And Adele piped in and said, well, you're young, you're beautiful, and he's not crazy attractive. She then goes on to tell her friends that she's feeling a little bit insecure about her breasts, especially that she did breastfeed Mila for 17 months. She feels that they need a little bit of help. Not to mention, Jovi has told her that they don't look nice. Now hold up, Jovi. You got a nerve to say that when her breasts fed your child. Now if roles were reversed, let's see how your breasts would look. Rude. Don't do that. That is everything between Yara and Jovi. On to Bilal and Shaeeda. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about how they met because we literally just saw them on the last season of 90 Day Fiance that just ended. As you know, Shaeeda is from Trinidad and Tobago and they met online. After 3 months of chatting, Bilal decided to visit her and they got married. And of course they got married again for the K1 visa process. They're outside and Shaeeda is experiencing snow for the first time. She's throwing snowballs, making snow angels, and even decide to taste a bit of snow. Now girl, you might want to be careful eating snow because some of it might have an extra ingredient. She's also loving the American food. Now that they've been officially married for 2 months, Shaeeda is looking forward to life in Kansas City. But she also feels the need that they need to tackle the issue with what happened between her and Bilal's ex-wife, Shaeeda.
The problem for me started when Shaeeda came to my home to try to make me sign the prenup. She was insinuating that I was a gold digger who wants to take money from Bilal and his kids. That's a serious accusation.
You know, the kids have been here.
Yeah.
I have been here. So I'm coming from that point of view where he needs to protect himself and for the children's sake.
Shaeeda feels that what happened was unacceptable, and Bilal feels that she just needs to let things go so that they move forward. And he suggested that perhaps they should all get together and talk about things. You know, get to know each other better, especially since they're gonna be in each other's lives. Do you agree with what he suggested? Let me know down below. It's the next day and they're off to meet Bilal's ex-wife to smooth things over. It's important to him that both of the ladies get along, especially for the sake of the children. Shaeeda is looking for an apology so that they can just put the issue to bed and move forward.
After that incident happened, you know, I met with Shaeeda, as you remember.
Shaeeda.
Yeah.
Our names are similar, but she doesn't have my name. Bilal took a very long time to let me know that his ex-wife name was Shaeeda. And the first thing I was like, is he some sort of serial name data?
Whoops, now that was a slip. She's worried that Bilal won't be on her side and she refuses to deal with any baby mama drama. And that is everything between Bilal and Shaeeda. On to Kimberly and Usman. Now I'm sure y'all remember who Kimberly is. She started out as a fan, a super fan, a friend, a potential girlfriend, and now she is Soulja Boy's girlfriend. And that all happened while she was in Tanzania for Usman's video shoot. Kimberly is hanging out with her besties, Alyssa and Vanessa. They weren't too happy in the past that she was getting involved with Usman. I guess they don't really trust him too much. But she does value their opinions and respects them. She just got her teeth whitened and shows off her pearly whites to her friends.
Do y'all notice anything different?
Ooh, I see.
Like, dang. It's better, right? It's better.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember I was telling you when I was in Nigeria that Usman made that comment about my teeth were yellow? Well, you got it done because of that? Kinda. And I've always been self-conscious about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I feel like you literally just got back from Nigeria. I've heard like 2 things about it.
It was amazing.
Kimberly and Usman got so close on the trip that he actually invited her to come on back. This time, she's going to meet his family and mother. She'll be leaving for Nigeria in a few days, and it means a lot to her that he invited her back. And in fact, this time, she plans on proposing to him. Say what? Now her friends were looking at her like, what the hell is wrong with this woman? But she loves him and she wants to go ahead with the K1 visa process. Alyssa mentioned that the last time they spoke, Kimberly did mention that Usman wants children. So have they had a conversation with this whole second wife thing? Now Kimberly obviously can't reproduce, so they plan on having a second wife so that Usman can have children.
I know it sounds crazy, but like women there, they're like brought up to do this. You know what I mean? I'm the first wife, right? You know, like I get all the love. I get all the good stuff. I get to travel. I still get to do me. Like I still do get to be Kim. I would just be married to him, right?
I cannot believe that Kim is entertaining the thought of being in a polygamous marriage. I don't think that Usman could really have separate feelings or no feelings towards his second wife, the mother of his children.
Now listen here. I'm not buying this whole second wife business because y'all remember how she acted when Usman had the meeting with Rosary, you know, the artist? She was copping an attitude with the lady. So I can't see her being okay with Usman having a second wife. Can you? Her besties want to know if he has children, will they be moving with him as well to the US? Kimberly said, they ain't living with her. Her friends were looking at her like she's delusional, so of course Kimberly got defensive, as she always does.
I'm not a perfect person, right? But I feel like I'm interrogated in a way. Look at the questions you're asking me. I would never ask you guys.
Kim, are you asking
I would never ask you guys this. And it's about, now we're talking about the second wife shit. Can I walk away for a minute, please?
Well, girl, if you don't want your friends' opinions, well then keep your business to yourself. Moments later, she does return to her friends. I guess she's cooled off. And they explain to her that they're just protective because she's been through some messed up situations in the past and they obviously don't want to see her hurt again. Hence, asking the questions because that's what friends do. Well, friends that care. And that is everything between Kimberly and Usman. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about how they met because most of you know by now this is definitely not the first time we've seen this couple. But quickly, they met online. Jenny was actually catfished by Sumit, but when she found out the truth, she actually liked what she saw. There's a 30-year age gap between them, but they are happily married. Now after the tell-all, Jenny and Sumit moved to a temporary apartment on the other side of the city. But since Sumit's parents still don't know that they're married, they're kind of nervous that they'll find out through others and that the parents will try to take him away. Jenny figures that, hey, well just let's not tell them and move to another state. Of course that's not gonna work with Sumit. He's feeling conflicted because, as I mentioned, so many people know that he's married, and if his parents find out, they may not speak to him again, and that's something that he definitely doesn't want because he is close with his family. He can't live a happy life without his parents because in India, the relationship between parents and children is very strong and also very important, so it makes him feel nervous.
I think it's gonna hurt our happiness. I think it's gonna cause problems for us.
I cannot hide it because if somebody else will go and tell them, they feel betrayed.
It's your life. Just think about how happy we've been this whole time.
I don't want to spoil this happiness, but the thing is now it's too late. I already invited them.
Oh gosh, here we go again. His parents will be coming the next day to their old house. This kind of catches Jenny off guard because she didn't even know about this. He didn't even tell her that he was going to invite them prior to inviting them. So of course the poor dear is worried that there's gonna be drama. If y'all remember how Sumit's parents are, then yeah, she has reason to worry. It's the next day and Jenny's in a terrible mood since Sumit told her that his parents will be visiting. She thinks it's a really bad idea, especially that she's had negative interactions with them in the past. She just does not want to go through all that again, and I do not blame her.
I can make them understand that you chose a different path in life. Like, you didn't choose their path, you chose your own path.
I know my parents. If you say anything, they will.
If I say anything?
Yeah, as they don't like you.
Then why should I even be there if I can't even talk?
For me.
Jenny was like, they gotta accept that she has things to say. She can't just be there and not say anything. But Sumit feels otherwise. And at this point, Jenny just exploded because she feels that she's always the one that's listening to what he has to say, but he doesn't listen to what she has to say. And with that, she just stormed off. But of course, he followed behind her to smooth things over. Moments later, they're now at the old house trying to clean up because it's a mess. And y'all know that they gotta make sure it's spotless, because if not, Sumit's mother is just gonna run her mouth like she did last time.
Like mainly corners, so clean the corners first.
Okay, well, I can't get into the corners. The last time Sumit's parents came to our house and they stayed with us, all I got was criticized about how dirty my house was. I mean, I'm a grown woman. I don't need her to come in my house and judge me. I don't need to be judged.
Now his parents arrived, and I kid you not, within seconds, Sumit's mom was already taking some jabs. You know how Sadhna is. She even made a comment to the others with how fat Jenny's arms are. And of course, poor Jenny had no idea what she was saying. That's why, girl, you gotta learn the language a lot better to peep what she's saying. And it was so awkward because Sumit wasn't saying anything, and Jenny is struggling trying to make small talk. So she decides to bring up the chat that she had in the park with his parents, that they loved her and would accept her and they wouldn't stop them from getting married. Sadhna said that she didn't say that they could get married and they wouldn't stop them. Jenny and Sumit said that, yeah, you did say that, but again, she insisted that she didn't. And not even on her deathbed would she agree to that and asked for proof. Now the time has come for Sumit to bust his mother's feelings wide open.
आपको पता मैं तो शादी भी कर चुका हूँ.
शक्ल मत दिखा दियो कभी जिंदगी में. अगर मेरे दरवाजे पर तू आ गया, इतनी बेइज्जती करके भगाऊंगी तेरे को.
क्यों?
बिल्कुल नहीं.
क्यों?
नहीं. क्या नहीं? ऐसे कैसे कर सकता है ये?
कैसे अभी आप
कैसे कर सकता है ये शादी?
And that is everything between Jenny and Sumit. And that, my beautiful peeps, concludes my recap on the 4 couples that I've chosen to discuss this season. On to my final thoughts. For Yara and Jovi, I find it funny how Jovi used to go out all the time, leaving Yara behind. And now that the tables have turned, it's an issue. For Bilal and Shaeeda, I seriously hope that the 2 ladies can learn to get along, because as long as Shaeeda is married to Bilal, they're gonna have to make it work, especially for the sake of the children. You don't want tension around them. You just don't want a bad environment for them to be around. Kimberly and Usman, okay, she's gonna propose to him. Would not be me. Nope. Maybe she figures that he won't propose, so hey, she's just gonna do it herself. I find it weird though that she wouldn't want the children to live with them. That's a little strange. So what's the point? He's not going to see his children every day? I don't know, that's just a little weird. And she's such a jealous person. I just don't see this whole second wife thing working out. I really don't. Do you? For Jenny and Sumit, is this gonna be another season where we're just gonna have to listen to them bicker with the parents all the time? I cannot. Because his mother didn't handle that too well at all when he gave her the news that he was married. But I expected that. I think we all did. It shall be interesting when we see them next time. So that is everything that I have to say. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? It was alright. We'll see what happens in other episodes. I do wish that other couples came back rather than some of these ones, but hey, I don't think TLC listens to what viewers actually want to see. They go with what brings them views. But if you enjoyed this recap, give me a thumbs up. I definitely like to see it. And of course, pop your comments down below. I love to read comments too, and I do try my best to reply to all of them, or at least give it a little heart. Thanks for watching, my beautiful peeps, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!